welcome back to Dry Bones Garage. This episode is a part of a series where me and my dad try to take a Corvair and make a hot rod out of it. It's a 63 Corvair. At the beginning of the story, my dad found this Corvair for sale in Illinois. So we bought it and we brought it back to where we live. We were working on it for a while until we found out there was an issue with the frame. The Corvair is really rusty. We decided to go to a junkyard in order to look for some substitutes for a Corvair frame, and we ended up landing on a G-body Cutlass because their frames are pretty similar from what I've heard, from what I know. So we started stripping the Cutlass down to its frame, and we cleaned the frame up, which leaves us to present day. So come along with us, and hope you enjoy the experience. Hope you enjoy the video. Yeah. In today's episode, we started out by bringing the Corvair back into the garage to strip some more out of it.
I'm not 100% on how we're going to do this yet, but we're going to have to build a gantry and then literally sling the car, pick it up. Well, I suppose if we built the gantry back here, we could pick it up just in front of the C-pillar here. You know, bring the wind when we take the glass out of it.
Yeah.
This might be the perfect point. That'll control the strap. Or the beam. We'll probably actually end up needing an extra 4x4. And then we'll just cut some carpet to pad so we don't bend up the sheet metal. Pick it up, and then we'll use the engine hoist at the front to control our pitch. And then we'll push the frame underneath this thing. Between this and the chain fall on the gantry, we'll be able to kind of slowly lower this down. Now, we don't have any of the parts to build that yet. Hopefully we'll be going to get that stuff tomorrow. So for today, at least, we'll get this thing up on stands and we'll start pulling the rest of the power pack out of this thing. We'll see about getting the gas tank out of this thing and the front suspension. And we'll just, hopefully by the end of the day, depending on how much this thing fights us and how nice we want to be to what's left underneath the car, we'll have this stuff sitting on the ground, and I can put the forks back on the tractor and we can drag this stuff out. But that probably should be our project for today, is just getting the mechanicals out of the car, I think. Yay? Nay?
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Sound halfway intelligent? Maybe. Before we do this, because somebody might lose their mind, we've already established that there's nothing in this thing, right? Blown out the entire bottom of this gas tank. So, and this is going to be abrasive up against rubber, so I don't expect any sparks. I don't see any reason why this might ignite anything. Alright. But normally this is highly frowned on. If this were actually still a gas tank,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be a different story. I wouldn't be doing this. I guess we'll call this a safety note. This gas tank is blown out on the bottom. There's nothing left. If this actually were a gas tank and there was any chance of any vapors being in this thing, I'd do things differently. But between that and the fact that I'm cutting rubber and not metal, I don't think we're going to worry about this too much. So, yeah, don't try this at home. Ugh, hot rubber. Stanky.
Yeah, that doesn't smell good.
Yeah. This wasn't intended to come out this way. I'll take whatever way it's going to give me. Maybe? I don't know. Rocket. There it is. It looks like that dash is bolted in from underneath. At least one in the center. It looks like probably the air vents are holding it up as well. And then we've got two on either side at the bottom. Screws that can come out. I don't care if that's taken out before or after the floor, but we want to get that out before we start cutting too deep into that firewall. We want to get that pedal box out of there yet. Make sure all of that's gone. 99% certain the vast majority of that firewall is going to have to get cut clean out of the car and re-engineered. So let's protect that dash as much as we can so we can retain it and reuse it. And yeah, we'll have to play it by ear once we start cutting into this thing. But I'm figuring the engine's going to end up probably right here in the car. So this firewall's coming this way a good ways, which is all right. There's plenty of room, at least in the 65, and I don't think there's huge changes in the floor pans between these things. There's just a mountain of room under the dash in that 65. So the problem is going to be getting the mechanicals back in it, getting HVAC in it. I'm 90% certain we're just going to have to, unless we dump some big money into a vintage air setup, I'm thinking this is just going to be a heat, and that's it. You got your windows for your AC, you know what I'm saying? But that'll make it lighter, more nimble, more fun to drive. You like heat anyway, so that'll be just fine.
Yeah.
So let's get the pedal box out, the dash out, maybe get that dimmer switch, try and save as much of what's left of that harness as possible if for no other reason we can identify what parts go where. And then we'll either make or buy an aftermarket harness. They make like some smaller ones that are less expensive. We don't have to go painless and spend huge money on it. And then we'll tie into the existing column. We're going to modify that, I believe, to make it talk to the G-body, essentially. We'll use that intermittent column from the G-body, and then we'll cut the end off of one of the G-body columns we got laying around here and just kind of do some measuring, get the wheel straight, get the steering wheel straight, you know, clean things, prep things, weld the end, the interface piece to the end of your column. And that way we'll keep all of this looking very much like it should, if not pristine. When you're looking in the car at a glance, you're not I hope, going to notice a huge difference between this one and a bone factory one. I want to try and hide the fact that we've done this as much as possible from the outside, so it looks and feels kind of original till you romp on it.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. A lot of work, but it'll be fun. Be worth it when it's done. Saving this puppy. God knows she needs it. The old girl was hurt.
The key's still in the ignition.
You want to get on this gun? Okay, feeling strong?
From this point onward, things were not going too well for me. None of the bolts really wanted to come out, so I was just left to fumble around for a while.
That's a tall pedal.
Oh yeah, this is old school. It's hinged at the bottom. My bit's in a twist. Whoa.
Okie dokie, artichoke, I got it. I don't know why I keep saying artichoke. This looks like I've been eating Cheetos.
What am I supposed to do with it?
I don't know.
Lick it? Kiss it?
Silence.
Where are you taking?
Did I just hear a bird tweeting out there?
Yeah,
This is December. It's almost January.
there's one right there. It's a blue jay.
Hi, and welcome back to Drive. The end. Okay, let's try that again.